A judge on Wednesday ordered Richins to spend the rest of her life in prison without the possibility of parole for the poisoning death of her husband. Eric Richins would have turned 44 on Wednesday. Instead, his dad, sisters and brother-in-law spoke at the sentencing hearing on his behalf. Richins, 36, a mother of 3 boys and a real estate agent, was found guilty in March of killing Eric Richins 4 years ago on March 4, 2022. She was not arrested or charged until over a year later, and during that time, she hired a ghostwriter to help her publish a children's book about dealing with grief. 3rd District Court Judge Richard Mrazek ordered her to serve life in prison, without the possibility of parole, for aggravated murder, a first-degree felony. He also ordered her to serve 5 years to life in prison for attempted aggravated murder, a first-degree felony, 2 terms of 1 to 15 years for 2 counts of insurance fraud, a second-degree felony, and 0 to 5 years for forgery, a third-degree felony.
The court addresses the 5 counts on which Ms. Richins was convicted in reverse order. Ms. Richins, based on your conviction on count 5, third-degree felony forgery, the court hereby sentences you to an indeterminate prison term not to exceed 5 years. Based on your conviction on count 4, second-degree felony insurance fraud, the court hereby sentences you to an indeterminate prison term of not less than 1 and not more than 15 years. Based on your conviction on count 3, second-degree felony insurance fraud, the court hereby sentences you to an indeterminate prison term of not less than 1 and not more than 15 years. Based on your conviction on count 2, first-degree felony attempted aggravated murder, the court hereby sentences you to an indeterminate prison term of not less than 5 years, and that may be for life. Which brings us to the final issue, the appropriate sentence for count 1. Under Utah Code 76-3-207.7, there are only 2 options. An indeterminate prison term of not less than 25 years, and that may be for life, or life in prison without parole. And the law requires that the court consider each option. Under a sentence of 25 to life, and considering the effect of the 4 consecutive sentences, the time that Ms. Richins has spent in custody, and the current practices of the Board of Pardons and Parole, Ms. Richins would likely serve approximately 30 years in the Utah State Prison before receiving her first parole hearing. By that time, she would be 66 years old. Under a sentence of life in prison without parole, Ms. Richins would be in prison for the rest of her natural life.